morning, baby. All righty. You finding your ancestries.
Yes.
Whew. Make sure everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
You got your tea?
Got my tea. Gotta have my tea.
So today's episode is Ancestries.com.
Yep.
We are always trying to find where you came from. There you go. Put it up.
Gotta be a good girl. Hey Julie.
Julie's on, and Katrina.
Hey guys.
That's BB trying to find her ancestries to see where the heck she came from.
Well, we already know I'm a mutt, but that's beside the point. But I'm a cute mutt. One of the reasons I started doing this, because me and my brother have issues, genetic issues. So I thought, well,
We're doing good, Julie.
I figured if I tried to look, maybe it may answer some of our questions. So that's what I've been working on diligently, I might add.
Julie says you're a cute mutt.
I know.
A mutt too.
Cute
Well,
mutt.
the good thing is, like with mine, at least, well, on my mother's side, we go to Corsica.
Right.
So we're Corsicans
Mm-hmm.
that went to Puerto Rico.
And you're also mixed with Indian.
What do you mean Indian?
The Puerto Rican Indians.
All right. Well, that could be on my grandmother's side.
Mm-hmm.
Says, what slippers you got on tonight?
D-Bucks. D-Bucks.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah.
But, so you sure I'm Indian? I thought it was Corsican.
You are Corsican, but Mom also found Indian.
Taino Indian?
Uh-huh.
But back in Puerto Rico, they name a beach Corsica Beach. And that's where all the Corsicans used to live.
Right.
Until they spread it out into the mountain.
So.
And stuff. Now, my father's side, unfortunately, that last name is like Smith. It's hard to track down.
Well, I used to think the same thing with my maiden name, Tatro. But apparently it was not like Smith or Jones. So,
well, the thing is that, hey, Jessica Frontier, the thing is with my father's last name, it could have been spelt many different ways.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you some versions of my maiden name spelt many different ways.
Yeah, so.
And what it is I guess as they migrated over, they took off certain parts of the name to make it easier, even though it was French. But anyway, I took the Ancestry DNA to see, kind of figure out if what we were always told was true. So here I am 35% French. I am 30% England in Northwestern Europe, which I kind of figured that. Wales, I have a few great grandmothers that are from Wales that married in. Scotland, I don't have a clue where that one comes in. But the issue with that is my father's we don't know who my father's biological mother is. So I'm assuming this whole thing right here has got something to do with her.
Katrina says her grandfather came from Syria, changed his last name to an English sounding one instead of Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And Adventures with Eminem is on.
Hey,
It's
guys.
Mark. Hey, Mark.
And I know I'm German because my mother's maiden name is Helfrich. That's German. And of course, I know I'm Irish because me and my brother have some genetic Irish Celtic DNA flaws that you can only either be Irish. You had to come from Ireland to get it. It was during the potato famine. Not quite sure where the European Jewish is coming from, but like it says, these are most likely DNAs from 7 world regions. I have bought 2 more DNA tests. One's going to go for my mom, and then the other is going to be for my brother. Now, just because you have DNA test done, my test isn't going to be the same as my brother's. He may have more of the Irish gene and less of the Scottish gene, or less of the Welsh gene and more of the German gene. So that's what we're trying to see. My mother, I know for a fact there is no Scottish in her line. Her line is French, England, Ireland, and Wales. We know that we come from the county of Siglo in Ireland. That was the biggest major hit of the potato famine in Ireland. So, but I have been able to pull up a bunch of death certificates, believe it or not, even back in the 1500s, that states their cause of death. Would you believe it or not? Even back then, they knew what diabetes was. But anyway.
So what's it more showing that you are in the top?
French, which I knew I was more French.
So you're French.
My father's French. My father's father is French. From there down, all their wives were French, and they all come from France. The Dumont side is French. Hence the name Dumont. That's French. They came from Normandy, France. So I knew that. It was the petty piece. The petty piece, which is my grandma Dumont's family. That's where the Irish comes in.
Eminem says, I did physical research, traced my family back to Metz, Germany in 1628. That's as far as I got.
I have gotten, on my mother's side, 10 generations back. Not now. So on my mother's side here, we go back 10 generations.
What year is that?
I got to get there. It's like the 1500s. And there's still more. And also with my mother's side, that is going to be one of the reasons we go to Michigan, is because of the Odine line, which is out of Canada.
Adventures with Eminem says they came here to escape the 30-year war in 1710.
I believe
and Kyle's on.
Hey, Kyle.
Yep, that's all of BB's family.
So this, and I'm still continuing. So this is up to 1700. And this is my mother's father's side. All of this is my mother's father's side. But through her side, it is my great grandma Nettie, It is in here. That I found out, which I already knew she was Indian. Her tribe comes from Michigan, or actually Canada. Oh.
And then Ben the Rockin' Canes Willis. Hey guys, how are you doing today? We're doing good. If it wasn't so cold in Florida,
right?
We'd be doing better.
All right. I can't pronounce it right, so I'm going to do the best that I can. Oh, Iroquois Confederacy Indians. These are 5 nations, and they were all in the eastern states. My mother's particular tribe, 6 nations, actually came from Canada. From Canada, they were during the fur trade wars, I think of the 1700s, they started to migrate into Michigan, down in the Detroit area. Well, from Detroit, they moved around Lake Huron. So then they became the Huron Indians. And then from there, they moved into Wyandotte, Michigan. So now everyone knows them as the Wyandotte Indians. A lot of them are regaining their language back because, of course, back in those days, if you were anything but English or French, you were forced to speak another language. They didn't want a savage running around. So anyway, she married a Frenchman, and so when we go to Michigan, we are going to go to the church, the Catholic Church, that holds her native records, me and my uncle. So we're wanting to get that. And then the other issue I'm having is, again, we don't know who my father's biological mother is, because everybody who knew took it to the grave with them. And with that, and then I found my dad's father, all his line, and I have gone up to my 12th great grandfather and still being able to find them. And let me tell you, it is not easy with all the name changes.
Eminem says it's fun to learn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is.
Especially to know where your
roots are from.
Yeah.
Because my mom always said, you always act so weird. Well, now she knows why. When I told her the whole Scottish part, she goes, that explains why you're such a hothead. It's like, damn, and I thought it was just the Irish. On the Tatro side, let me bring this one up, because let me tell you what. This is a version of my maiden name right here. My actual maiden name is spelled like this. It's Tatro. But as you go through history, these people jacked it all up. It was spelt this. It was Tatro plus this. So I don't know if it was like the husband's name and then the father and then the mother's maiden name, like they used to do in Spanish.
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
So it's
in
the
Puerto
other
Rico, that's how they do that.
Right.
So
it was Joseph, Marie, Tatro, their charm.
Right. Yeah, that's how they do it in Puerto Rico. Your last name is your mother's last name.
Right.
America is the only one where they keep the father's last name.
So after you leave Canada, anywhere else other than the States, and you get some parts of Canada, they just do the last name, the father's last name. Buddy, you start getting into France and they start tacking on that other name, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, that's how, when you do a research, or when anyone does a research, that's why they always ask you, your mother's last name, because that's how they trace
Try-
you back
Right.
to your roots.
Because your mother's
right.
last name doesn't change.
And Julie says, I'm amazed and enjoying all of this. Yeah, it's pretty, hers is like crazy. My mother's side is simple.
Oh, no.
And then Eminem says, my old doctor was Dr. Tatro.
There is a few doctors in the family, I see.
Well, the thing is, it's like in my mother's last name, anyone with that last name is our family.
Right.
Whether it's from my grandfather's brothers to my grandfather's cousins, we are all related in the same line.
Right.
And stuff. The thing with you have to find out is that is Tatro the original name? Because then any Tatro will be related to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like on my father's side, that his last name does not mean we're related. Because like I said, there were so many different versions of that last name where they were missing letters, adding letters,
Right.
changing letters. But in my mother's last name, how I was told by my cousin is that my grandfather and his brother were fugitives in Corsica. They snuck on a ship inside of a crate. They landed in Puerto Rico and started their life. But somehow they did go to New York because they are or my grandfather's brother went to New York. But like I said, that's what you need to find out is if that Tatro line is you, then anyone with the name Tatro is related to you no matter what generation.
Right.
So that's...
Well, that's like I found out that with my father's father, he was married twice.
One more thing.
But
Lou Wazoo. Hi, guys. Congrats on the engagement. Me and my girlfriend are getting married this summer in Central Park. Sweet.
Oh, sweet.
New York.
Enjoy.
Jim is on. Hope.
Hey, Jim.
You guys, your week has been good. It's been cold.
It has been cold.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
All right. So from my father here, his father. I found all of his military records. I found where he served in the World War. I found out where he was stationed, yada, yada, yada. The man has got 8 flipping kids. First wife, he was married a year. I think that was more of a shotgun wedding. He was 20, she was 16. 1 child. Then after that, he married Miss Doris. Then they had 4 children that there's record of. My dad was always close to her. So when I found out that the woman who raised my dad was not his biological mother, I thought, well, maybe that's his mother. So I started looking and I can't find anything there. So what I have done is got a hold of the state of Michigan and I have submitted an application for my father's birth certificate. I am praying to God that the mother's name will be on there. Now, I know mothers can withhold the father's names, but I don't know if mothers can withhold their names. So,
unless it was up for legal adoption.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm just saying. I would assume that.
Well, that's what we're going to find out.
Unless it was there. If your parents were there at the hospital and they put both your names and then you gave up for adoption, their names will be there. But if it was a birth that was taken right from the womb, it would go into the adoption. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but that's usually kept sealed though until a certain age. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right, but what I'm saying is there's some incidents to where if a baby is born and you already promised it to that
Yeah.
family, your name will not be on there
Right.
at all. The only one who will have the documentation you're looking for wouldn't be birth certificate.
It would be adoption records.
certificate. But
Right.
you never know how they did it back then
Yeah.
and stuff.
And then with
Jim wants to know if you're dealing with Wayne County here.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jim, I am.
we're going there in April
I want to say
for a week.
Yeah, we're gonna be there for a week
or 4 days. We're going April 15th or 18th.
Yeah, we're leaving here on the 11th, and we'll be there by the 15th. I believe
the 12th. Yeah, but anyway, we're going in April.
Yeah.
We'll be there for a good 4 days.
And I'm gonna
Detroit.
In Detroit,
downtown Detroit. Because that's the church you got to go to.
That's the Archdiocese of Detroit I have to go to, because my father was baptized in Romulus.
In the Catholic, just hang on 1 second there. In the Catholic, how you doing, Donald Towns? In Catholic, it doesn't matter what church you are married to. All records go to the diocese.
So, in the Catholic Church, yes.
Right. Or where your church, if your church is no longer there, you have to go
to the
diocese to receive all your paperwork.
But now it's after so many years, like after 10 or 20 years, that all goes to the diocese.
Right. So when you're tracing, as growing up as a Catholic, I went to CCD, I went to catechism, I was baptized, I had my first communion, I had my 2 godparents. That is all, even though, well, I don't know, the one in Puerto Rico.
It's there.
Is it in the diocese?
Yeah.
Or
Father's got it.
Right. But that's what I'm trying to say.
He got it from Puerto Rico.
The priests, they get it from the diocese of whatever country or state that the diocese deal with.
Right.
So we're doing good, Donald. We had a little head cold there for a while when we came back from our trip.
Yeah, that temperature change was a bitch.
And it's the same thing with, we'll be doing some door dashes. We're just been having a head cold.
And another week.
Yeah, and then catching up on our doctor visits.
Yeah.
But in the Catholic, that's how you would have to file for, when you file for divorce in a Catholic, you have to file for divorce with the church. Then you could be remarried back into the Catholic.
Right.
So that's what's good about the Catholic records, and I'm sure the other churches do it, but they kept good records.
Yes.
If you were adopted or whatever, they're going to have records.
See, and that's
information.
That's the 2 things. I have to go to a separate church. It's a Catholic church where my grandma Nettie's Indian records are kept. Then I have to go to the Diocese of Detroit to find my father's baptismal records.
And we're going to be in downtown Detroit.
Yeah, we're going to be what?
We got a room.
4 blocks away?
We're like 4 blocks from the church and about a couple blocks from the GM building. So we will be in downtown. Across the river, we can see Canada.
But even my mom, she can't remember what hospital my dad was born in. She's like, I want to say it was Eloise. And I said, oh, Mom, please, not Eloise. I read the history on that, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of creepy. But
yeah, Jim, send me your email or send us an email because we do want to meet up with you. Definitely. Because we're going to meet up with Kaylee and Chris and Kaylee, because they're not too far from there.
Right.
They'll be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from where we're staying.
Right.
Like, on the days we have free, we definitely want to meet anyone who wants to meet with us.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But, so yeah, that's my whole thing with, it's like, I'm afraid I'm opening up Pandora's box, but that's okay. I need to know. I mean, because they opened up Pandora's box when I turned 16 years old, when my grandmother, my dad's mom, got mad at him, and she said something like, oh, I'm glad he's not my effing son. And I looked at her, I said, what do you mean he ain't your effing son? And then she just went blank. And then, because we were in Delaware, I called my dad up and I was like, Dad, Grandma just said you're not her biological son. He goes, I'm not. I said, well, who's your mom? He goes, I don't know. And even I asked her, who's my dad's mom? And nobody would know. All her family knew who his biological mother was, but nobody said anything. Which I feel is not right. I mean, we had a situation like that with my niece. I mean, eventually it's going to come out in the end. So, I mean, at a certain age where you think they're mature enough to handle that, then I think they have a right to know. But that's just me. But anyway.
Now with the ancestry, whatever the hell.
Ancestry.
Can you add files in there? Or
Yeah.
pictures?
Yeah.
Do you have any showing pictures of what someone looked like back then?
Right here, my Uncle Frank. Let me go to profile. Let me. This is my mom's uncle and his wife.
Okay.
And they were both on a boat to Canada. For the weekend. Like the steamship boats. And apparently they both fell overboard and drowned.
Wow.
But speculation has it because he worked for Ford Motor Company and they were starting to bring in the union, that they were kind of like tossed over, but that's never been proven. But I also found their death certificate from Canada because their bodies washed up on the shores of Canada. So therefore they had to do an overseas death certificate. So I found that. I found all of the draft cards right here. And then that's my aunt's name. That was his wife. And they lived in River Rouge at the time. And then that's his signature. Then I found some cool shit on the Odine and Dumont side that was, I want to say, I'll have to look it up here real quick. I did say done. I think it was the Odine and Dumonts. Maybe it was, no. And let me tell you what, guys, they recycle names like it was going out of style. If they couldn't come up with another name, they named the kid the same thing over and over again.
Yes, she's using ancestries.com.
Yeah.
And then for the genealogy test, what did you use?
Ancestry, DNA. That one is more, they say it's more accurate because you're using saliva. It's not just the swab in your mouth. It was fairly easy. I mean, it didn't take much to do it. You do it and you ship it off. You register it on here. So that's what I will do with my mom and my brothers. And then we'll go from there. See, like here, this is my uncle. This is my mother's brother. This is his death record. I knew I had an Uncle Robert, never met him. He was 1 year, 9 months, 7 days old. immediate cause of death, brain disease, and there's something else unknown possible. I can't read that. But it's stuff like this that, like with me having the neurological issues, well, maybe that's why. All I know is everyone says that at a year old, he spoke perfectly, just like an adult. He sounded like an adult. He was walking at 6 months old. At 7 months old, he no longer used diapers. He was going to the bathroom just like an adult. So apparently they're saying that he had some kind of brain disease, and that if he, now grant you, this is what year is this? 1942. So they're saying that if he would have lived to be an adult, that he could have wound up being a massive serial killer because he was too smart. I was like, well, great, that's a fine thing to tell a parent. But anyway, like, we know heart conditions runs on both sides of my mom's side of the family. Well, I'm also finding out that runs on my father's side of the family as well. I am finding that there was a lot of babies that died either within days or even months after being born. So a lot of interesting stuff. I found.
What picture is that up there?
This is of my Uncle Robert. That's the one I have in the closet.
I think say he died at a year old.
He did.
But is that a baby picture?
That's his baby picture.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Looks like an adult picture from here.
Yep. That's my Uncle Robert.
And that's what's good about tracing your ancestry down. It's not just to know where you're from, but like you said, you can go back into medical history. Like, and both sides of my family is prostate cancer. Ran through my father, me, my brother, all my uncles.
Mm-hmm.
All my uncles have prostate cancer. On my father's side, just my father, but one of my uncles had prostate problems. Thanks, Jim. But that's another good thing to trace down any family history there of sickness.
I think it is.
I mean, it's just like growing up. If you grew up eating McDonald's every day, you're going to transfer that to your kids. So if you got bad cholesterol,
there's a good chance that your kids are going to have bad cholesterol.
Yeah.
Like, here's a picture of my Aunt Violet. This is my mom's aunt. This is my grandmother's sister. And she was actually born in
yeah, I'll let you know the dates,
Michigan,
Jim.
But like my grandmother, she was born in Canada. And let me tell you what, I always knew she had this weird looking card. I thought it was like a driver's license.
Pull the pictures up bigger so they can see.
Well, I'm trying.
Especially the one with the pictures.
I'm looking for that one. I told you, he looks like he's dead standing up. Well, there's one. Oh, profile.
He's awake. He has eyes open.
No, there's another one. He's got a beard. Let me tell you what, Abe Lincoln ain't got nothing on that one.
What nationality is he?
Irish. That's petty piece. So yeah.
Does it show the first person that came over to the United States or
Yeah.
Canada? You said they went to first.
Well, they came over from Ireland from 1724, and then they were in Canada from that point on.
And Detroit's right across the street from Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know it was that close to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because where we're going to be staying at the hotel, it's going to be right across the river of Canada.
One of these guys, he looks like he's dead, and they stood him up against the wall. And then I actually read somewhere that they used to do that if there was no picture of them, because they used to do the viewing in the homes. That, yeah, they used to do that. And I'm thinking, oh, that's creepy. Maybe it was the Helfrich. Because I'll tell you what, I was like, what the hell? This guy looks like they got him propped up against the wall. Like Mary Henry, she's from Wales. So Arthur married Mary. So that's where my Welsh comes in.
Kyle says if you fly south of the Detroit airport, you'll fly over Canada.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but we're driving.
Yeah, we're driving. We're not
17
flying.
hours, I think it is. Or
yeah.
What's up, Domo?
Let me see if I can go back and find some. Because let me tell you.
So right now you have it from the 1700s.
Well, there in the Tatro side, I've got it all the way up to the 1500s, going into the 1400s. I'm in the midst of finding all those. No, there was a thing in here about the Dumonts, and I want to see. I think it was it Frank? No, not Frank. Frank.
So have you come to a dead end or?
Nope. But see where the Odine is spelled here? Coming over from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Canada's version. That's Normandy, France. So what they did was they dropped they dropped the H in one of the ends. And let me tell you, that gets a little frustrating because I'm like, wait a minute. But then everything was adding up. The sons, the daughters. And I'm like, well, it's got to be them.
What's that, a birth certificate or something?
Probably a passenger list. Let me see. What is it? Michigan death records.
Oh, so that's the death records of
Yeah.
all the people that died?
Of that county. So I'm looking for Mildred Odine. See again how it's spelled? They took the I and made it an "een" to make it Odine. Odine when it's Odine. Some of these, when you get these, they'll light up for you. I'll see if I can find one and show you. Right there. Birth, place of death, Montreal. Cause of death, vascular disease of the heart. She birthplace was there in Lavore, Canada, or he. They were a fisherman. Date record was May 13th of 1880.
Wow.
I mean, their handwriting, some of the handwriting's not that great. And then when you get into the German, thank God I took a little bit of German in high school because then I can figure it out. But some of it, it's like, good Lord, and you're asking if they could read and write. Because on the census, they ask you, can you read? Can you write? Can you speak English? I have one uncle that was on the Helford side, or great grandfather, that he knew English, French, German. Granted, was from Germany. They were from Frankfurt, Germany. So he knew Italian, French, German, English, and there was another one. He knew 5 different languages because he was home tutored. It's like, well, okay. And on that same line, one of the grandfathers and wives were closed. He was a dressmaker, and his employer was the Duke of York. It's like, well, okay. But it is very interesting. See if I can get into one like this one here. This is a death record. This is of my grandfather's son. He was 10 years old, 9 months, and 18 days. Accidental poisoning of mercury. So something's telling me that that might have something to do with the thermometer back then.
Or mercury was always on the ground from trains and
yeah. So, but yeah, it's
and mercury was used for a lot of things.
Oh yeah, they thought they were healing people with giving people mercury.
Yeah.
So shoot.
Domo's eating a salad. Domo's becoming a vegan.
Or as you would say, a rabbit.
A vegetarian, I'm sorry. And what's that one there?
This one is of my grandfather, Tatro, my great-grandfather. Again, his draft card for World War II.
Say where he was stationed at?
No, not this one. No, this is the draft card. That's not his enlistment.
Oh, okay.
Because even my grandpa Dumont's got draft cards, but he was never enlisted because of his elbow. But do you see how many wives this fool had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wives.
Does it show the divorce papers there? Or the marriage license?
For one, there is. All right, now he filed the divorce papers. Doesn't say his age. Name was Louise. Detroit, Michigan, March 6, 1935. Date filing, December 29, 1944. To whom was divorce granted? Husband, plaintiff. Cause for which divorce? Cruelty. It's because she didn't want to put up with his shit no more. That's cruelty.
So she was cruelty to him.
Yeah. So I said, it was cruelty to him because she probably didn't want to put up with his shit no more.
So you can get divorced for cruelty back then.
I guess.
Jesus.
See, then there's his World War One draft card. U.S. city directories. Now, I don't know who come up with this brilliant idea.
It's like a phone book, or?
Yeah, but it's not a phone book. It tells them Robert G. Tatro, Roy D. and his wife at that time was Sylvia. And he was a bricklayer. It tells you what they did. And they rented a house, and that was the address.
So it's like a records department.
Yeah. So what you do, you go over here, and everything you find, it puts it in chronicle order. All right. So he was born May 15th, 1899. His father, Francis, was 41. His mother was 42. He had 3 sons, 2 daughters. He died on October 1st, 1966 in Taylor, Michigan, at the age of 67, and was buried in his hometown. Then it goes here, the birth of his brother. It's going to list his brother and how old he was when his brother was born. So he was 2 years old when that one was born, 4 when Ethel was born. Landis, he was 8, 13 when his mother passed away. Then his dad remarried. Or that was his mom right there. So it tells you all of this, year by year, all of it, which is cool. His son Leland passed away on December 15th, 1939 in Detroit at the age of 20. Then it shows you where he divorced Lois. Then it shows where he married Lily and Sylvia. I can't find the divorce records for the other one, but I'm sure they're there somewhere. His son Tennyson Elmer passed away on May 14th, 1965 in Romulus, Michigan at the age of 45. That's my grandfather. That's my dad's dad. So it tells you where he's buried. And then it's got all of the wives' names, and then you can do ancestry on each one of them if you want. So it's interesting. I haven't found anyone yet wanted by the law, though. Not yet. See, like this one, I think is for his son Raymond. Yes. This is a marriage certificate for his son Raymond Tatro. Bride to be was Nancy Virginia Howard, maiden name Ball. Groom divorced twice. Bride divorced twice.
That was his 3rd marriage.
Shows his father's name, mother's name, her father and mother.
Jim said that his uncle told him some cool stuff. And for my grandfather used to sit at the same bar next to Hoffa in Detroit back in the 60s after work.
My dad used to work for Hoffa, the Teamsters.
Now Hoffa's buried underneath the old New York Giants stadium.
Somewhere there. I'm sure he's quite preserved.
He's in New Jersey.
I'm sure he's quite preserved.
But it's just crazy how you could just find stuff that.
And also with your DNA, they have true lines. So it's just not just anybody's DNA. You got grandparents, great grandparents. Now, this one has taken me all the way back to my 5th great grandparents. Yes. My 5th. That is my 5th. So with that, when you highlight this, I have 47 DNA matches. Equivalent relationships and paths. So if I click on that, it's going to bring up.
Jim says he was ex-Teamster.
My dad was. So with this one here, my half 4th great grand uncle through, and that's actually one of Joseph's sons. Don't even ask me how to pronounce that. I don't even know. 46 matches through him. See, Tatro, and then my dad, and then me. If you go this way, it's going to bring up a crap load. So, it's this one, and then his wife, Marie, and then his wife. God, I hate when this thing don't want to. Why are you being such a booger? Really? Just list it.
Well, you got a gazillion windows open.
I know, I do. So then you got your relationships, and then you just click on one. You can go through the list. 46 matches.
Jim says he's in a Teamster Local 247. I guess I'm still a Teamster since I'm vested.
Yeah, you were.
I mean, I know I was in the union in New Jersey, but I can't remember what local union I was in. But I remember being in a union. I was paying like $50 a month to be in it.
Yeah,
I was in New Jersey somewhere. All I know is they were taking $50 a month out.
Only?
And they did help me one time.
What they usually do.
I'm just saying, one time they tried to fire me because I had to go away for 2 weeks for training in the military, and the guy was trying to fire me. And then he was trying to give me my vacation. And I was like, no, that's not my vacation. That's military pay I get. Like,
yeah.
He ain't trying to get me.
So when it says second cousin 2 times removed, that means that would be like my mother's cousin's child 2 times removed comes back to me. I never understood that, but I'm figuring all that out now. It explains it. But these are all the people. McWhorter. My 4th cousin. That's a direct line. Because it's not 1 time or 2 time or 3 time or 4 time removed. So yeah. Tedison Tatro, he's also a half uncle for me. Because that is Grandpa Roy Tedison's and Doris's son. I know, I was like, okay.
All right, so go back to the map where you were after you did your DNA. So you are French.
England and northeastern Europe, which is
I'm
the
saying your dominant is French.
yes, which I knew that, but I knew I had the other German and I knew I had the Irish. I don't know. I didn't know about the Wales until I started doing the ancestry. My third great grandmother, when she married Arthur, she was from Wales. So that explains that DNA. The Scotland, I'm almost going to bet that that's, if I find who my father's biological mother is, that may put that into play. So I'm not quite sure. The German I knew because, like I said, my grandmother's maiden name is Helfrich. That's a given there. And then the Irish I knew was from the petty piece. I just had to track it down. So
you're French, really?
35%. Yep.
You thought you were Irish.
Well, if you take Wales, okay, Wales is back and still is today, is a mix of Anglo-Saxon. It was the Anglo Celts, Saxon Celts. They combined their tribes together. They became Anglo-Saxon. They became that tribe. Then, when the Tudors come about and they invaded Wales, well, then it became English and Anglo-Saxon. They are called the Welsh. So therefore, the Irish genetic is still there in Wales. Even in England, France, Normans were also Celts. Before France was France, it was nothing but Celts and Romans. And then they decided to come in and do something and then decided to take it over. Napoleon helped them out a lot. And I found out I had my 8th great grandfather fought in the war to defeat Napoleon. Yep, I found those military records. That was cool.
All right, baby.
So, if you guys have any questions about how to do this, or you have any questions at all, put it in the comment box.
But it takes a long time to do.
Oh, God, yes. I've been at this for what? 3-4 months now?
Yeah.
And then usually on nights I don't have a whole lot to do.
But the best way is always good to find out through that DNA what you really are.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say I'm this, and then you find out, well, where the heck did this blood come from?
But it's an estimate. I mean, it is an estimate because it tells you your DNA looks most like DNA from these 7 world regions.
Yeah. They get your DNA and they combine it with other DNAs that match.
Right. So, I mean,
that's how they put you towards that way.
I mean, I would trust this. I guess if you don't know a lot about your ancestors, you know, your aunts, your uncles, your great grandfather,
or where you're from,
or where really are. Right. Then this may screw with you.
Right.
But when you know you're mainly French, and I have like I said, I already knew I had the German and the Irish, and I knew I had, I didn't know about the English, but I figure with my grandma being from Canada, she's part English anyway, but no, she wasn't. But anyway, you can see where these add up. When you're going through all the last names, and it's whatever you are, if it's German, French, whatever. Then all of a sudden you get that one oddball out of there, then yeah, it's going to throw your numbers off. But the only thing, like I said, surprised me was the Scotland. Not that I'm really too surprised about that, but I mean, I really wasn't expecting it in there. I knew there could have been a chance, but the European Jewish, I'm not getting that. But
someone played around.
and what I have found out, a lot of my ancestors before they went to Canada were Protestants. So, and then and the ones that were in England were the Church of England. So for them to change over from the Church of England to Catholic was not that big of a leap.
Well, I bet you any money what'd you say again? The what? The Jewish what?
The 1%.
That you're what? Jewish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that comes from Germany. I bet you any money.
That could be too. Yeah.
I
forgot
money
about that.
Time of Hitler.
Yeah.
When they had the Jews there and they were trying to eliminate them, someone got pregnant and married a Jewish person and maybe pretended they made him German.
Or pretended they were German.
Or,
well, I mean, you had German Jews.
But I'm saying, or a German lady married a Jewish husband.
That's possible. That's very possible.
And
yeah, especially
he
with
died and she lived because she was German and she never said nothing about her having any Jewish in her.
That could be.
But that's where you get the Jewish from, is from Germany.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because they were trying to get rid of the Jews in Germany.
Well, yeah, they were trying to get rid of the Jews in Poland and everywhere.
Right, but I'm just saying that could have been the time of
that. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about
Hitler
that, but
time.
that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the Jewish is going to come out, is out of Germany.
Well, if I'm 1%, I can just imagine what my kids will show, because their ancestors from their father's side actually come from Germany just before the World War One.
Yep. All right, baby.
So, anyhow.
Jim, we'll see you in April.
Yes, we will.
I think we're there. We're going to leave Saturday. Oh, no. Leave Sunday. Get there Monday.
No. We are leaving on Saturday.
Right.
On the 9th.
At what time?
We didn't write down what time we were leaving.
We're probably going to leave Sunday, I think.
What?
Oh, we were leaving at Saturday at 6 o'clock.
In the morning.
Which will get us to Detroit at Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then when's the last day that we're there?
We start coming back Good Friday.
So
the 15th.
We spend the night there Friday or Thursday?
Thursday.
So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Because we figure we'll start coming back on Friday. So we'll come back Friday, Saturday, and we will be back home here for Easter.
All right, Jim. Monday through Thursday then. Friday the latest. Because we're taking our time coming back. We're going to boondock the first night probably. Or sleep and drive at the same time.
Well, yeah.
Like we did. That's going to be a test. A testament.
And I got to make sure we pack plenty of heavy clothes because it still snows up there around Easter time.
And we might boondock on the way back home. So not in a rush back, because since we're going to go through Ohio, Memphis.
Yeah.
Yes, Kyle, we're taking 75.
Woot woot.
Look at that. 75. We might go live on 75.
Going
you
live
can say, yo,
on
I'm right here. Get off this exit. Yes, we're taking 75 straight up.
Yeah, into
I've
Ohio.
calculated that we leave here we're going to leave here at 5 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And the reason we're leaving at 5 is because it'll bring us till 10, which will give us 4 hours to the hotel, because the hotel don't start taking till 2. So that gives us a 4-hour leeway of of messing around. Like if we drive,
And like
we
I'm
can
not
take
going to
our
be that far
time
from the
and-
Detroit lighthouse at the harbor, so I may want to go over there and see that. And
right, but I'm just saying the drive up, it's not. We have a 4-hour leeway,
right,
where we can take our time. If we have to pull over, we pull over because
yeah,
as long as we're there by 2:00. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go live when we're driving. Hopefully,
yeah.
the internet, the phone will pick it up, but. Yeah, because I calculated that we should be there at 10 in the morning.
It's almost an 18-hour drive. That's why we're taking
Yeah.
our time.
Yeah. But we're going to drive straight through, sleep, drive, take our time. If we have to pull over, we have 4 hours of playtime
Yeah.
before the hotel. And who knows, when we get there, the hotel might let us in. So just all depends.
Yeah.
Stop at a Buc-ee's.
Oh, him. He loves Buc-ee's.
And hopefully it won't be cold.
That's okay. I'm bringing the heavy blankets just in case because it's going to be colder anyway.
Jesus. And then we'll be heading back 75.
Yeah. Oh, we'll be coming back the same way we went.
But I want to go through Ohio real quick.
Okay.
I think it's Ohio, Memphis, we're coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, we might stay at Memphis one night or whatever, where it's not like a rush back. So
No.
he says there are 2 Buc-ee's on 75 in Georgia. Cool.
There you go.
Cool. That'll be perfect.
So yeah, we've already got the next trip planned. So that trip is hopefully getting information, and then the other part of the trip is having fun.
Yeah.
And then I get to spend time with my uncle and my aunt.
Yep.
So.
And we'll be downtown, so we'll be doing some live downtown
In
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah.
There's a lot of things down there.
Yeah.
And we'll be, like I said, right across from Canada where the hotel is.
Yeah.
Nice little hotel there.
Yeah. So, boy, y'all's going to have a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you are taking a road trip. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Truck enthusiasts.
Road trip, here we
Road trip. This will be the longest one we've done in a long time driving.
That will go, yeah, because the last time was in 2015 when we went to New Jersey.
We did 7 states.
In 5 days.
Something like that. Yeah, we're going to be driving through Warner Robins and Calhoun. But what I've noticed, like I said, Memphis, that's going to be...
Oh, he's been dying to go to Memphis.
Yeah, I think I might stop at Memphis. That's...
Well, we're in no hurry to get back.
And then, of course, the whatchamacallit, what's that one place in Tennessee that we stood at? Where the rock...
Oh, that's Rock City.
Rock City, yeah. Or we might stop at Rock City.
Oh, that was over there by Pigeon. Yeah, that's over there by Pigeon Forge.
No, that's Pigeon Forge to the right.
Right, yeah.
Rock City's where we went to it snowed on us that day.
Yeah. That was pretty out there too.
Truck Enthusiast says, I went to the Buc-ee's in Georgia. If you are going to Michigan, go to Rochester Hills because it's my mom's hometown. And it's really nice downtown, and it's definitely worth visiting. Yes, Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other place he wants to go.
Yeah. And I don't know if we're going to pass through Nashville. I know Ohio was pretty I was like, wow, I can't believe we're going to be in Ohio. I've never been there.
Yeah. Oh, you've never been to Ohio?
No. So we might just chill out in Ohio for a couple hours. And then maybe take it to Memphis.
That's the Buckeye State.
And spend the night there. And then take it all the way in.
Okay. From
that point. But there's no ruch back. I know that much.
No, we'll be taking
definitely be doing some lives out in Detroit.
Because I know even, around Ohio, Detroit, that they can still get snow around Easter time.
Yeah.
So that's why we're taking Bubba.
I've been writing stuff down that's over there. Nashville's on 65, and I think
that's not far off of 75.
Yeah,
though.
Nashville.
Yeah,
but
Memphis
was I was talking about. So Ohio, Memphis, then Chattanooga. I think that's how it was mapped out that.
Yeah.
Ohio, Memphis, and then Chattanooga.
Yeah, and then from there we get into Georgia. From Georgia, we're home.
April.
Let me tell you all again.
April. I just know we're leaving here at a Saturday at 5 o'clock. Which should
Okay.
give us enough time for
We
gas.
are leaving on April 9th.
And then the hotel is for 4 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Is it for 4 days? I'll let you know right now.
Yes, because we are leaving there. The hotel is for 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. And we were going to leave on Good Friday.
Yeah, we check in on the
11th.
Yes.
Because
That's a Monday.
right. Because at that time,
Yeah.
before you got all excited
And we
about
leave on
Tennessee
Friday.
and right.
No, we don't leave on.
We leave on Saturday.
Saturday. So we might be able to see Jim before we leave.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he's an early breakfast man.
I mean, even if we could even stay a night at my uncle's house.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, well, 4 nights. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night.
And then
we leave Friday morning.
Right.
So
but I mean, after
there
we get up, I mean, if
from the 11th to the 15th.
Right, technically.
Yeah. And then we're gonna head back and hopefully swing by Ohio real quick, and then to Memphis. And if everything looks good in Memphis, it might just stay there. Well, I mean, unfortunately, that's what I got the room till was Thursday. So,
but it doesn't.
We'll
I
be
mean,
Friday
because yeah, he's right. That's Good Friday. People are going to be traveling.
Yeah.
But like I said, we can always stay a night at my uncle's house.
Yeah, no, we're leaving Friday.
We just take our time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If we make it to Ohio.
Oh yeah, we'll make it from Detroit.
I mean, I don't know what there is in Ohio to do, but I'm sure somebody will tell us when we're up there doing a live video.
Well, I mean, you got Toledo you've never been to. You can go downtown Toledo.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Memphis is a rough town. I haven't been in Memphis since I was a kid. When I went to go see Elvis's
estate.
Yeah. That's when it was like in the 70s, right when he died.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years after he died, we went there. And I know there's a White Castle up there because we were going to go to Memphis for a White Castle.
Yeah.
We might track down that White Castle. And like I said, the good thing is we got the hotel is in downtown Detroit, so.
Yeah. Which it worked out good because we're close to the diocese. Don't have to drive too far.
The GM buildings.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of lighthouses.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
I didn't see no lighthouses, but I seen the cemetery.
No, there's lighthouses there.
And we got some equipment we can try on it and stuff.
Chattanooga's
a license. Yeah. We love Chattanooga when we spent a night or two. Because Chattanooga is where they had that big Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
I love Ferris. I mean, no, is it Ferris wheel? Not Ferris wheel, the carousel.
Carousel.
I love those carousels. And I think there might be a carousel in Detroit. I don't know. I think I said there was.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in downtown Detroit.
Yeah, I love...
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Other than Memphis, just driving through there, I mean, I know what you're saying, Kyle, because I've heard that it has gotten rough, real bad over there. But I know I just want to drive through it. At least just drive through Memphis to say I was there and stuff. But yeah, it's like I said, I don't know. I doubt we'll stay there, but I've heard stories that Memphis is pretty rough now.
If I stay anywhere, it'd be in Chattanooga.
I'm just saying, it's
because it was beautiful over there.
Yeah. Atlanta has a Ferris wheel. Right. They have the same thing like the Orlando Eye. What I was talking about is the carousel.
The carousel.
Chattanooga has that carousel. Oh,
we went on the glass bridge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I wish I had my camera going then. I've got to learn to start putting my camera
Look,
on because cameraman
you
about busted
guys
his
should
butt.
check out. Let me tell you something about Elvis's Graceland.
I've never been.
Okay, we looked at the tickets for Elvis's Graceland, and it's like 70 something dollars a person, depending on the package that you get. I remember when I was a kid, my mom, we paid $25. We got in the house. The only place they won't let you in is, of course, is upstairs. They'll let you
Yeah.
in. But I don't know if it's worth spending like $200 almost to go see Elvis's Graceland like it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I mean, we could drive past by his Graceland. I mean, we could do that, but I don't think it's worth the money to go into Graceland that it was back then. I don't think it's going to be the same feeling and stuff. I like to see where the country music where they sang at, or Dolly Parton.
Grand Ole Opry.
I like to drive by there. I mean, that'll be more of a sightseeing. And we'll probably be doing lives from there too. Yeah. And we'll post them up on our Instagram, the pictures. But I mean, it's like I said, it's expensive to go see Elvis's thing
Yeah.
and stuff. And we have an Elvis house right here
Yeah.
in Orlando. And Dad Vader, you should see one of our videos. If you want to go to Graceland, there's a Graceland in Orlando, a duplicate Graceland
Yep.
in Orlando that we did a video on.
Guy was actually at Graceland, fell in love with it, and
The only difference is the pool
yep.
is a guitar
Yep.
at his house in Orlando, and the pool in Elvis's is I want to say like a it's a different shape. It's not a guitar, like a bean shape or something. $200. It says the stores and shops are pretty cool. $200 one in a lifetime. We did it once. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, like $200. I'll be honest with you. I could do a lot with $200, man. We could get a hotel room and have some good old Memphis food. You know what I'm saying? And walk around Elvis's Elvis's thing Opry. It says like $200. I mean, I'm not just. I mean, it's like I said. It's a different time. It's so expensive. It's but $200. I'm telling you, it's. I still don't think $200 is worth, in my opinion, just to go see Elvis's. What you'll call now. Back in the day when we paid $25 when I was just a kid, I think my parents either paid $12 a person or $25. There was like me, my sister, my father, my mother. You're talking about $100 and less people at the time.
Oh yeah.
It was, and plus Red was alive. There was a couple of people that were in Elvis's entourage that were alive, and I think one of them was Red.
Mm-hmm.
Was his best friend. I think his name was Red or something. I got a picture with him, and there was a couple other people at the time, but I mean, $200. Shoot. It says I seen in the Graceland, Florida. Yes, Adam Dewey went there. Yeah, we went there too. We did a video where we went there. You can't go in the property. You can just go in the front.
Yeah.
It's a cul-de-sac. Maybe if we head out there, we'll do another one. But yeah, we'll go to the Graceland one. There was a dog barking, had the fence. Everyone thought we went to Graceland when we posted the picture.
Yes,
well, we had people
mother.
we had her mother and everybody. You went to Graceland? You went to Graceland?
What are you doing in Tennessee?
Yeah, Memphis.
Mom, I'm not in Tennessee. Yes, you were. You're at Graceland. I can see with my eyes. No, Mom. I'm in Florida.
But yeah, $200. I mean, $200, I can go to a Disney park for less than that and have a good time. Or Universal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't see you know.
Mm-mm.
And you don't even know if he's buried there. They say he's buried there. They say he's not buried there.
They're
I
not
mean, the
gonna tell
tombstone got
anybody.
his name spelled wrong because they said when he used to like to spell his name with the double A, Aaron Presley, and all this other. I mean, there's so many stories and stuff. But like I said, for $200, I could stay at a hotel. The hotel that I'm getting in downtown Detroit is cheaper and stuff. Hell, I think it's less than $200 what we're getting in downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
At a nice hotel. And it's a walking distance of everything.
I'll tell you what, the ones in Romulus were quite expensive.
Yeah.
Or Belleville.
There wasn't really that many there,
Belleville.
but that one there we got pretty.
Well, around Romulus, you've got the international airport. That's why those are probably expensive.
Yeah. But yeah, I just couldn't see. I can eat a lot of ribs, a lot of Chattanooga. Hell, for that we could go stay at whatchamacallit in Chattanooga for 2-3 nights for $200 and eat good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that was at the Baymont.
Elvis' cousin Billy is still alive. He has a channel, Elvis Family Fan Matter, Billy Smith. Yeah, there's a guy who found Elvis's ambulance that he was in.
Yep.
On a YouTube channel, and he has a museum. He goes and finds stuff, but he found the ambulance.
Yeah. He's an Elvis Presley. Yeah. He likes to collect all that memorabilia. And
I don't know if he's just an Elvis, like he even came to Florida where Elvis went and ate at that one place in Brooksville at the hot dog place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that one day.
Yeah, Coney Island.
Yeah, Coney Island hot dog where he made a movie and Elvis, the guy did a video, but it's only not that, it's about an hour from us. We should do that.
Yeah.
Where Elvis shot the movie.
You keep saying that we ain't done it yet.
Well, you gotta get off your butt.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. After Saturday, you better be ready.
I tell you what, after this cold front, you better be busy.
No,
you better be ready.
No cold front or nothing. You better be ready. And we got some good ghost hunting stuff too that we picked up. So that we're definitely gonna be doing that.
That ought to be cool.
Yeah. But it's like I said, I mean, God bless Elvis, but
yeah, I'm just happy I'm able to go back home or to my birthplace, because Florida is my home, but my birthplace.
Yeah.
And I know, the last time I seen my grandfather's house.
And I think we'll have more fun in Chattanooga than we will in Memphis or in Ohio. Says I would like to see that Elvis house
out
in Florida. My mom has a huge Elvis. Yeah. I'll send you the link.
Hold tight. Here it comes.
What's that?
The link.
No, I'm saying not now. I'm not gonna send the link.
Just when he's over there playing on the phone, I figured it was. Oi.
I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying.
I'll send you the link, Dad Vader.
Oi.
I'll send you the link. Hey, Dad Vader wants to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day coming up Monday. That's him and Tom Brady. He sent us a Valentine's Day card. We appreciate it. Thank you, Dad Vader. But yeah, Dad Vader, I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link. Dad Vader sent me that. That's going to be our new logo. When BB's not here, it'll be like, we'll be right back, guys. BB will be right back. BB's back.
No.
But yeah, definitely. I'll send you that link.
Lord help me.
I'm just saying. It says Billy's part of Memphis Mafia, Elvis bodyguard, wherever else Elvis needed. The Spa. Yeah, the Spa guy. That's him. That's him, Julie. The Spa guy. Yep. I seen that video and stuff. And I'm trying to think because I might have met Billy or something. I just know I have pictures because back then Elvis wasn't in the ground too long when we went there. And we got to see a lot of people that you pay a couple of dollars and you get to see and meet that were on the property.
Okay.
Like they had different packages. But I remember Red, the guy named Red and stuff. But Julie knows a lot. I mean, yeah, but Julie's right. That's the guy, the spa guy. I was watching a couple of his videos where he literally found the original ambulance. I mean, it's not in the best shape ever, and he was building a little museum, and he's in that area there too. But yeah, the dojo, that's it. See, us New Jersey people, we know a lot.
Oy.
Says my mom was a big fan. So was my parents. They're big fans.
Oh, my mom is too.
I think I used to like him at that time. That was between him and the Beatles.
He came into Detroit, and my dad was working at the airport. He cleaned planes. My dad was supposed to have been off that night, but because Elvis was coming in, they got the special crew ready. Dad went in there. Apparently, Elvis was still on the plane. They told they told everybody, don't talk to him, don't ask him for nothing, just go in, do your job, get out. So the guys were in there, they were cleaning the plane, and he said, hi, guys, and everyone just stopped and looked like, oh, shit, what do we do? Because they were told you don't speak to him. And he was like, y'all have tongues? And they were like, my dad was like, yeah, we're just told not to talk to you or bother you. He goes, if I didn't want to be bothered, I wouldn't be on my plane. He sat down with them. Apparently they drank and all kinds of stuff that night. So, and my dad brought home a blanket that had TBC on it, taking care of business. And my sister was just a baby at that time. So, but yeah, my mom loves Elvis and John Wayne.
I just know my neighbors, they were Italians. They couldn't speak English, and they when he died, I went over their house one day and my friend was like, oh, you can't come in because he said like Elvis died. And I was thinking like, oh shoot, like one of their uncles died or something. And then to find out the next day, it was
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, and they're over there crying by the TV and mourning. Like I was like, what the hell? Like, I was confused back then. But at that time, like I said, when I grew up, it was like more like the Beatles, the Doors. A lot of that stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, my mom loves Elvis.
We're definitely going to go to Brooksville because we got 2 coins to get a hot dog.
Yeah.
At Coney Island. And then right where that spy guy, he's the one who did the video to where they shot one of the scenes in the movie.
Over there?
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll go there too. Because there's supposed to be a rock or something that says Elvis shot this film here. In this location.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll go to the Coney Island place. And Dad Vader, that house is not far from you. It goes towards Eustis. It's in Orlando, off of 429, as you're going to Eustis. So it's not far from you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Stuff. I think it was only like a 40-minute, if even an hour drive from us. But
it wasn't that long.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That.
All I know is my mom seen that picture of that house, and buddy, she was blowing up my phone.
I mean, I just didn't know you guys liked Elvis because we would have went to the Coney Island a long time ago because we have always been talking about it and stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, when we did that video with the Elvis house, it really wasn't like it didn't get a lot of views. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
it was like, because like I said, the only thing in that Elvis house you could just see is the front.
Yeah,
and you can take pictures. It's not like you can walk on their property because
it's private property.
But we did a history on it because it was like someone bought it, and then it was a famous person. Then it went to another person that was overseas, And then some lady from overseas bought it, and then they went bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. And short story long, someone owns it now. Like there's a different owner. There's like four owners.
4 different owners to
and
it.
stuff. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was definitely.
For sure.
It says, that is my music. The dojo is where Elvis earned his belts. Yes. Yeah. Like I said, I've watched that guy, the spa guy. I've definitely. I think he got kind of offended because I was like, is that the real Elvis Presley? Because when he found it, he put a video up when he found it. And it wasn't until years later that he bought it. So his video came out backwards.
Oh,
so
okay.
when he posted the video of him cleaning it up or whatever, then he finally posted it of finding it.
Oh, okay.
And the thing, and I was like, well, is that the same? I was like, is that the same ambulance? He was like, why wouldn't it be the same ambulance? And I was like, well, excuse me. I mean, you put your video out of order.
Yeah.
It's that he had a video that he just finally put out of him restoring it, but he already put that video out, and then he comes and puts the video of him finding it.
Yeah, that is a little jacked up.
Who don't you offend? Oh my God! I'm not messing with Dad Vader no more. That's it. I mean, the man.
Let's give it 10 minutes.
Dad Vader. I'm not gonna mess with you no more. I'm just gonna send you the link to the thing.
I bet you he'd be blowing your phone up tomorrow.
Nah, I'm not gonna. He's got nothing else to say. All he says is, I'm gonna be a diehard fan. I've been a 30+ year fan.
That's right.
To a team that's only 46 years old and only won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Just throwing things out there.
You like who you like. We like who we like.
I like champions. Come on, buddy. You're a good guy. Just kidding. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, so I can make a mug of that picture that I sent and send it to you.
I told you, give him 10 minutes now, man.
Nah, I'm not gonna mess with the man. He's got a surprise coming anyway. He's got a big surprise before the next football season starts. I got something in the works.
Oh, why? You sending them Gator tickets?
No.
Okay.
It says they were waiting for a special day to show the ambulance. I think that's what it was. I just know like his video came out of order, which confused me. Because I was like, how's he underneath the truck trying to connect the tie rods? But in one scene, he's shown that the truck was covered with trees and everything. And that came out second. And all I asked him was like, is that the same ambulance that you found? And he was just like, well, why wouldn't it be? I mean, I don't know, dude. You put that video second and you put the other video first. And then came the video of him washing it.
Oh.
The dingling is washing the paint off of it. Yeah. I would have paid somebody to professionally, because back then that paint was like, when you touch it and it comes off on your hand.
It's like it had lead in it and
shit. Yeah. I would have probably had someone washed it that was professionally with suds.
Yeah.
And not with a hose and stuff. So, but no, like I said, that was a pretty cool. I watched that guy. He's got some stuff. Now, would I pay to go into his museum? No, I wouldn't pay to go to his museum. But he does have a lot of Elvis stuff.
Memorabilia.
Yeah. And he's right around there in Memphis when we go. Okay. Maybe we'll swing by there, but I don't know if I would pay to go inside of a museum. Because like I said, it's like going to a restaurant with good steak. If I don't pay $50 or $100 for a piece of steak, you know what I'm saying? I want to get $100.
Kobe's Here I Come.
paying $100 for this steak. I feel bad because Dad Vader has nothing else to say.
No, you don't.
Yeah, the spy guy does. Like when he does his video, he kind of sounds like he knows it all. And he probably does. He's probably done so much research, and like you said, he knows the guy Billy and all that other stuff, but you know, I just, I don't. It's like I think he's more stuck up, but, oh, I knew Elvis, or I knew I got this or that, and it's like, well, who cares?
Well,
dude?
that's his only claim to fame. I mean, damn. That's all
That's
he's got.
I'm just like, when you die, dude, can you take that with you? I mean, because no one ain't gonna remember you or anything. They're just gonna remember the thing. But whatchamacallit? Look at
wow.
Dad Vader. I'm all about the peace. Yeah, you're only about the peace when you're on the other end of the shoe. But before I text you, you weren't about peace then.
Now, see what I mean? He just
I'm just saying how
feel like a dog with a bone.
he went and bought you a birthday present and sends me the picture.
I'm okay with that.
That's one video that's not coming up.
Oh, quit being a big baby.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, it's like I said, it's don't know what to say.
Well, none of us are too happy about that whole situation.
Yeah,
But
I hear you. But yeah,
quit picking it, or I'm gonna slap your hand off.
you knew I sent it anyways. It's all right. I wanted to pretend I didn't know you sent it.
He likes to be in denial a lot.
All I know is the first one to the P.O. box is theirs.
It'll be me tomorrow.
We're going to have a giveaway.
Oh, no, we ain't.
A Buccaneer chef glove.
Keep talking. We're going to have a giveaway with my foot up by your ass. Just saying.
But anyway, yeah, we're going to Detroit. We're going to pass by some other places. We're going to have a good time. And before we go there, we're going to go ghost hunting.
Woo woo.
I found a tool that will track down ghosts.
See if Bubba's in here.
I don't know. We'll see. This is a tool here, which I'm going to explain to everybody, but not today. But you see BB, right? And then you see BB here. See this? See how it shows the line? See the eyes? You see the green pattern? Put your arm up, BB. You see slowly. You see her arm? You see BB's arm? What this ghost thing will do is, if I point it somewhere, but I got to be careful because see, it's you see, it's picking you up on TV. You see how it's picking up BB on TV? And then it's picking up something here. But there's a story to this ghost thing app here that we're going to go ghost hunting. And we are going to go. BB wants to go at nighttime to this one place on Griffin Road.
Yeah, it's open.
With this right here. Now, the person that showed me this ghost app tool, her husband, there was someone standing next to him, touching his hand, and there was no one next to him, and it showed him in the green, and it showed something next to him in the green.
Okay.
And it came and it gone, and it came and it gone. So it's another new tool that we found. And then we found another tool that would help us speaking. The ghost hunting tool, the other one. So, and then we bought an EMF reader. So, and I know these, it's the G team. They're very credible people. And
then BB has also bought a wireless mic. So when we're off traveling and I'm not so close to him, you guys will be able to hear me now. I won't sound so muffled.
And we did, when we went to the doctor today, Julie, this is no lie. We drove by a cemetery, and as we drove by, BB drove slow, and it pinged twice.
Sure did.
When we came home, there's a cemetery across from this cemetery. It did not ping.
Until the very end.
Well, no, that was the first one. Oh, yeah, you were right. It pinged at the very end. So,
That's
and this was during the
ones
daytime.
are.
And again, this thing will only pick up some kind of, I want to say energy or something, but it can map out your shoulders, your eyes, and everything. And like I said, that thing is going to be cool. We might do a live on that one.
Man, I'm going to have so much crap on my phone. I'm going to need a new phone.
Well, that's on my phone. You're going to have to hold that while I do the live thing. But, all right, guys. Hope you guys have a good Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, everybody.
Let's go.
Bengals!
It said, Dad Vader put, "You were the last text I got with your nice Photoshop pictures." I was trying to save that for Valentine's Day, but
you frazzled them when you
frazzled me up when you sent me that. And so just think, with these two tools and then the voice recording, and then we got the heat sensor, we got the EMF now.
Yeah, and then we got the...
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devices that we can.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna do good. Because I'm not picking up no ghosts in the house, but by BB's chair, something does detect there, but it won't show. But when she moves, when the two blankets are together, no matter how she throws them, it'll detect something.
If I have the blanket folded folded over like this.
On top of each other.
Right.
But not in any, and then she took it off and there was nothing there. She just threw the blanket back in any position and it beeped again.
Yeah.
So it might be something in those two blankets. I don't know.
Well, it's one blanket, but...
No, the gator blanket and the gator blankets. When you laid them on top of each other, it detected something. But when you...
Babe, that's one big blanket.
Oh, okay. All right, dude.
Oh, you mean the one on the back of my chair?
Yes.
Okay.
When those two touched, it was giving me a beep of the eyeballs, which was saying that there's something there. When you took the blanket away, it showed nothing. When you threw the blanket back on top of the other blanket, it detected again. But you didn't put it in the same position.
No.
So again, this is picking up a person or something shape.
Okay.
So whatever it was, when for some reason those two blankets, when they touch together, who knows?
Who knows?
All right. He's going to go feed the homeless guy right now. What a guy. From saving cats to feeding the homeless. Now I feel bad for sending you that. That's Dad Vader. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
So who knows? We might go live Sunday. We might.
We might.
Yeah. Yeah, we might. Until our next adventure.
See y'all.
Bye-bye.